There is nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Don't mind anything. Twas an optical illusion. It was the pattern on the plans. Anyway, hello. Right, are we working out again? I do hope it is working, because lesson to self, one should never change, never fix what is not broken. And I hope that it's a lesson that we can all take away from today. So do let me know if it's working, folks, unless I'm just rambling on here to myself in my little man cave little room and no one can hear me. They can't even hear you scream. So let's try this again, shall we? Move the microphone in a direction that should be working. It's working. It could have been worse. I don't know what could have happened, but it could have been worse, as there's people flying over. Anyway, welcome back. Hello again. We're on the ground here over in Santa Monica, and we're going to be heading up to Santa Barbara first, and then it's over to San Jose. No more pressing buttons. That I give up. There's no more zip, nada, no buttons. Now, I have to ask the question, is there still a delay? I promise there'll be no more buttons after this. How about now? Must be one of those, yeah. Murph is having a moment to himself. But anyway, it's time to say hello and thanks for your patience. Because I don't know what else to call it. Anyway, Dougal McTavish is in the house. Wayland is here. John E. has rambled in. LM Vids is here. Ben McClure rambles in. Alison Johnson is here. She says hello. Jepson 2001, the man, the myth, the legend, has rambled in. Good to see you. Flight Sim Studios is here. Technic Al rambles in. Tony Robinson's in the house. Shiny Enderman 999. He says take 2. Steve01 is here. Good to see you. My dude, Southwest 2115 has rambled in along with Gregor. Annalisa is here. She says. Pat Laros has rambled in. Ricky Kelleher is here. Who else? Scott Voigt is here. Good to see you, my dude. Gibbo Ireland says, Murph, just stop pressing buttons. It's grand. There's no more buttons. That's it. I've blisters on my fingers from the buttons. I can assure you we're finished with them. Moving on. Naughty Gnome has rambled in. He said, the music is appropriate. That's what I like to hear. Scott says, be right back. Going to grab a tasty beverage. I suspect and fear I don't have enough in my tasty beverage. Tasty. On a Monday night. Colonel Fork is here. Seamus McNeil is here. Good to see you guys. Capat9 rambles in. Coley 205 is here. Mr. Teuton says, Murph loves the Macarena. If you can get me the lyrics to what the lads say in Spanish. That's what we want to hear. Who else? Blair Voyage is here. Good to see you, my dude. Andrew Hill rambles in. Phil Boardman is in the house. Papa Joe B. He says, hello. Happy New Year. Annalisa says, it's all good now. Thanks for the early dancing. Warning. Bad Dog rambles in. He says, shall I say hello again? Hello, Bad Dog. Good to see you. He's a great dog. Really great. Good to see you, my dude. Alison Johnson says it's working. Now stop pressing buttons. It's working away, I'd say, says Ricky Kelleher. Many thanks. Sir Neil is in the house. Or Sir Neil. What do you mean working again? This is the very first time you started streaming tonight. If only that were true. Sim Aviation says you gotta go. Mr. Z is in the house. Good to see you. Keen Lafford. It's not a two-tone Murphy stream without the part 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, and so on. Ricky Kelleher says I had a cup of tea and a few biscuits ready and all. We're going to be grand. Phil says yes, a little. Ghost Rider 115 is in the house. Welsh Rugby rambles in. A good Monday evening, Mr. and Mrs. Murphy. Hello, Welsh Rugby. Annalisa says, see Murph, this is what happens when you go to YouTube exclusive. Whoops. Lewis Blair, CDN is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Danny Eds is here. Noel K rambles in. Naughty Gnome says, happy Mechanical Issues Monday. It'll be named as that. Ed Reed is in the house. Good to see you. Captain Sickbag is here. He says, evening Murph and Mrs. Two-Tone and all the Fireflies. Peter Thomas says, looking forward to the USA tour. Scott says, the tune is still in your head. Nah. That happened this morning, Scott. I'm still singing it. Samson Video's in the house. Good to see you. John Mathers rambles in, or rambles somewhere, he says. Good to see you. Who else? Shiny Edmund says, I'm having a tasty meal while I'm flying some shop bought pizza. Okay. Kieran Martin 6 Knot says hello 2.0. Little BB is in the house. He says nice to see you, Murph. And to you. Ken Laffer says, and we thought 2020 was bad. Oh yeah. Owen 593 rambles in. Red Dragon CYM is here. Kingsman 9965, he's in the house. Who else? Model Making Haggis is here. Good day to you. Kingsman says, been having issues with my computer tonight. That's you and me both, dude. It's a Tipperary Liverpool thing. Murphy tried to venture outside of his normal sweet spot and comfort zone and made a complete and utter hames of it. But sure, listen, if I didn't do it, no one was going to do it. We go for the professional grade streaming video extraordinaire. That's how I break things. But anyway, we're here now. Pedro Marquez is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Ben McClure rambles in. Tom O'Randall. Good. Happy Monday. I've made sure the PC is set to 2021, Murph. Oh, if only, dude, if only. Maurice is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Sammy's Gaming is here. He says, happy Mechanical Issues Monday. I think you're on to something. Aviation Life is in the house. Good to see you. Goblin 2 Biz is here as well. Hi ho, says Scott. Can't get out of my head. Got Border Collies has rambled in. Good to see you. Peter Pepperman says, what happened in Scotland? I do believe, we won't mention it, but we all know kind of, yes. Peter Thomas says, Happy New Year, Murph, and Mrs. Two-Tone and the Fireflies. And Magna Dime has rambled in. So, this is our little aircraft for tonight. I'm all nervous now in case I break something else. But let's hope. I wonder, is there a delay between my mouth moving and the voice coming out of my face? But if there is, at this stage, I'm really not bothered. Because we have stuff to do, flying to do, and people to see. Places to go and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to turn the fuel on. We are in, of course, the Piaggio P115. No, the P149, which is lovely. So come hither, ye slither, and turn everything on. Just press all the buttons down, Murph. Like it's. I've lost all sorts of credibility. So fuel shut off valve goes in. Give this a bit of a pump on your divil yet. Now let me see. Starter. On with the magnetos. It's alive. Ryanair's in the house. Happy 2020. Shiny Enderman said, it's not noticeable. What if I talk like this? And when I say things, it looks very, very strange. I'm all giddy now because I'm breaking things. Anyway, it's all good. Now, let me see. Generator on. Right, okay. A big shout out again to the wonderful and highly talented Mrs. Two-Tone for writing the show notes. Show notes? The show notes. It's going to be one of them nights. Anyway, I want to say hello and thank you to some peoples who are very good for supporting the channel. As we turn down our little engine sounds here. So a big shout out for our flight crew, in which we have Samson Video, B-Pod, Bell Bro, Sir Neil, Wayne Mason, Tomo Randall, the exclusive Blairio Club, Lee Russell, Alaska 559, Merlin Flyer, Fly Darren, Peter Own Knackname, McShiggity Pilot, Austin Butenbach, Tyler Park, Rogers RC75, Jack Meek, Andy Shaw, Ricky Kelleher, William Contino, John E, Peter Fast Pete 84, Tim Middleton, Catbat 9, Red Dragon CYM, Nick Stratford, 24K Shano YouTube, WB 1990, Tarvudi, Hal Jor, Burned Barsh, Papa Joe B, and Ethan Short. Many thanks, my dudes. Cheers and sláinte, and thank you all for your support. We'll need more wire, Louis. Moving on, we say a big hello to our co-pilots. They are Wayne Prefontaine, Blair Voyage, Big Ears 60, Noel K, Kingsman 9965, Dale Jones, Coley 205, Tony Robinson, John Ambler, Rolly Mal 9, Mark Dyson, Rudiger Otenbach, Dougal McTavish, Oz Flight Simmer, Chippy A, Madge C 888, Sean Leo, Bad Dog, Pilot Peely, Samuel Dye, Patrick Cullen, and Brian Spain. Thank you all so very, very much, my dudes. Did you see what I almost did there? Kendra's in the house. Good to see you, Kendra. And then, to those who support us, who unfortunately can't see us, unless they're on YouTube, those who are on Twitch, a big shout out to Naughty Gnome, Colonel Fork 85, Alison Johnson, Cool Sax 98, Lukester 911, MJ Daiso, Hawk Driver 101, Brandon Lowe, Care 85, Ibuprofen 007, Big Ears 60, Captain Bombasso, Andy Brown 7, Wayne Prefontaine, Annalisa, Ref Hat 21, Neon Jedi, Goodness Ig, Ilka Bonza, Fugros 1, Zerul, Lord PJG, Jacob Mossad, Blair Voyage, Wayne Butler, Arsh Aiming, or Arsham MG, and Phil does Twitch. Many thanks, my dudes, and cheers for the support on the other side. A tasty beverage on a Monday night. And then, last but not least, a big shout out to our pilots in command. They are Ed Reed, Gibbo Ireland, Jan Morecamp, Warhamster, Tortuga Gaming, Dangerous Brian, Daza T Arab, Causeway 04, Cyberman Drew, Andrew Brown, Scotland 737 Project, Ailerons into Win, Jepson 2001, Sticky Rice, Alison Johnson, Scott Voigt, Mark O'Gorman, Seamus McNeil, Colonel Fork 85, and Annalisa. Thank you all so very much. Cheers, thanks, sláinte, and to good health. The show's nuts. They're either roasted or we could start no, we won't. Steady. I was going to say dry roasted or salted, but you can also get like cashew nuts. But let's just not go there with this conversation. Anyway, hello. So it's time to get going because we have a bit of a flight to do. How's this going to work? We'll just kind of look down here. Everything's absolutely fine. You're not breaking anyone's immersion at all. Now, how do we get out of here? Is it just a case of doing a Yui? Yes, it is. Keith O'Farrell has rambled in. He says, hi Murph, hi all. Keith O'Farrell here from County Louth in Ireland. Good to see you. He goes, I like the way you go to country, or go to a country and do parts like 1, 2, 3 and so on. Cool. Right, we'll get ourselves over to the active and we'll start doing our thing. So how is your Monday going? Well, you know how my Monday's going. My Monday is about now. It all started off this morning. Ryanair says, I can hear copyright singing. In your head? Because there is no singing here, unless of course you want to break into some sort of a song. But we are musicless. Soundless almost. But how did your Monday go, guys? Are you back to work, or are you still off for kind of the holiday period, or are you off for other reasons? How is it all going? Don't worry, I'm going to turn and then turn. I'm not going to take off and down here. It's all good. Annalisa says, it was going grand until the buttons. Only 133 days to the Eurovision, says Keen. Magda Dime says, my Monday is going fine thanks to the sleep I got. Nice. Colonel Indiana Longnut says, first day back. I know, right? Now, yeah, come on, David, hang on. I knew there was something I had to sort out in my head. Hang on. If I can get this. This is what broke it in the first place. But let's see if I can get it going. Ryan Tanner's in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Happy Monday to you. Come on, Betsy. We'll still do our thing as we're doing our thing. Now, let me see. Yes, that works. Now, I need to do something here in the background because, well, David will give out to me. Don't mind just taxiing up here. KSMO, yes. Then we're going to head over to KSBA, yes. Now, November 235 Romeo Mike. That's our little call sign. The aircraft is the P149. Doing her thing. There's cars everywhere. This is kind of dangerous looking, isn't it? Now, if we can get this working, we'll be all sorts of genius. Okay, so hang on. I can see my route on this other little page, and I can see me. So that part is working. So what we need to do now... Bear with me. Copy this. Paste this. Hit OK. And does it want to work? You'd wonder why it's not working. Randy has been hit by 2 buses already. It's just one of them things. Do you know what I was trying to do? I have an overlay that will show the departure, arrival, and kind of our current status, right? And it's just absolutely not working. Active X is in the house. He says, what plane is this? This is the Piaggio P149 from, I want to say AT Simulations. So, mixture to rich. Squawk machine goes to squawking. Landing lights are on. I think we're good to go. You guys ready to go? We're good to go. So, power coming in. Airspeed is alive. There's 60. There's 80. We're good and light now. Oopsie daisy. Positive rate of climb and indicated. Kid the Val says, Murph, I like the Christmas flying song you sang. The number 1. 'Twas cringe. Right, I think we're looking better now. Just bumpy in here, isn't it? Yeah, I tried that kind of work. I tried to hide it, unhide it, and the only thing I haven't done yet is shouted it. But I'll do that soon, don't worry. Now, don't mind me. Let's see, can we get this working? Oh, nice takeoff there. Look at the scenery here. It's fantastic, isn't it? It might be a little bit loud, but that's okay. We'll suss it all out as we fly. Now, speaking of which, it's time for some music as we kind of sit back and enjoy the sights, as it were. Fuzzy is in the house. He says, hey from Wisconsin. Good to see you. Sky Trackers is here. He says, how long is this flight? The first leg is probably going to be about 30 minutes. The second leg probably about an hour-ish. So we can see the fireflies in the background. Don't it look pretty? Peter P says, no Twitch, negative on that request there, my dude. We're exclusively on YouTube on a Monday and a Wednesday, and then exclusively on Twitch on a Friday. I just pressed some buttons. How is that, sports fans? Did we do it? That little ticker tape at the bottom of the screen has been the bane to my very existence. Did you say bane? No, to the absolute existence. That's what caused all the gremlins. And now we have it working. Oh, the pain. Shiny Enderman says, no face cam. No, I can't multitask. I can't show my face and stream at the same time. I turn it off because there's nicer things to look at than this old mug. Do you know what I mean? So when we're in this scene, this is the ooh and ah, looking at the scenery kind of stuff. Talk Cool One is in the house. Is it Friday yet? Russell Scott says, spent many days on Santa Monica Beach in my youth. Also worked there for a few years. Nice. So we're kind of just flying around, getting all you guys a chance to catch up with us here on the flight. As you can see, photogrammetry, it's a massive city here as we're flying over the LA neck of the woods. We got the downtown area over by yonder. Fantastic. Like, the sheer size of this place. Johnny says the pain was worth it. That's handy info. Philip says, I'm so sorry, Murph. I was the one that suggested it on Discord. It's okay. Sleep well tonight. But we're grand. It's totally fine, right? Ian Smith is in the house. Good to see you. Naughty Gnome says, so many people, Murph keeps vanishing because of the plane limit. Ooh. Mr. Teuton says, strange no gremlins when I opened for the last stream. Yes, dear. David T says, the live weather and haze is accurate. Ooh. Look at the state of that view. I mean, come on. Isn't it just pretty? H. Lice Fears in the house. He says, hey Murph, evening. Caught your last upload. Good to see Mrs. T. Helming the show while you attend to your chores. I didn't like them chores. I'm not gonna lie. Right, we've kind of just been, you know, goofing around. So we're going to make our way to our first stop of this evening. I just said we fly down towards downtown, because that's where we actually do hop on the owl train. So as we took off here from Santa Monica, it was originally known as Cloverfield after World War One, or after a World War One aviator. Lieutenant, looks like Greer Grubby Clover. The airport was the home of the Douglas Aircraft Company, the first circumnavigation of the world by air, not by Scotland 737, but it was accomplished by the US Army in a fleet of special custom-built aircraft, the Douglas World Cruiser. It took off from here on the 17th of March 1924 and returned after some 28,000 miles. The airport itself opened in 1923. David Spooniest Place says, I did my PPL at Long Beach, first departure, visibility 1 mile, and thought, that would certainly do it, my dude. So where we're heading next is up to Santa Barbara. The aviation history began in 1914. In 1916, the Lockheed brothers established Lockheed, or Lockheed I think they were called, established a seaplane factory and built a wooden ramp for launching their planes. Ooh, wasn't that interesting? Scott says, have done a few touch and goes here and there, and full stops. Nice. So it is nice up here. So, let's see. We'll be turning right and then rambling up the coast. As we have some nice, soothing music to calm Murphy down after the escapades of the opening stream. Could have been worse. Gremlin Stream Disruptor has rambled in. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I remember looking at an advert a couple of years ago to do flight training up here. Actually, to fly over from Ireland, spend a couple of weeks. I think they were based down, in San Diego, but then there was other flight schools up along the coast here. What a way to go. So at this stage, my dudes, for all our virtual pilots in the house, do now press the number 2 so we can know how many people are flying along with us, as Daza T Arab has rambled in. Good to see him, my dude. Scott says, coming up straight ahead is the California Coast Highway 1, one of the nicest roads around. Sweet. Okay, that's kind of cool. So, I was trying to, hang on. Does this work? No, it doesn't. I was programming or reprogramming the bot. The bot? Everybody talks about the bot. We have robots. And basically what they enable us to do is to add features to some streams. And obviously now, because I'm back using a different platform, well, as you can see, Restream, but we are only broadcasting to one platform because I didn't spend enough time reading the fine print of how to get everything working. And for a very weird reason, I can't get the bot working. So we have a new thing called watch time. Actually, here's a thought. I wonder if I just did this. Don't worry, I'm not going to press many buttons. Now, did anyone get a head count on how many people are flying? I'll give it a shot and see what happens. Look at the views here, aren't they amazing? Ryan Strait says, thanks for adding the footer. Cool. It looks very well. Yeah, we got about 55 flyers with us. That's impressive. John J. Rambo's in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Mr. Roboto. Johnny says drove Route 1 down from San Francisco to LA as part of a 1,300-mile loop a couple of years ago. One of the most beautiful parts of the country. Sweet. Scott says the drive takes you up through Malibu and then to Ventura County. The large rock you see before coming around to the plains is at Point Magoo, named by the Indians. Sweet. Chippy reckons we got 52. Nice. Naughty Gnome says, the footer does look great. Well, many thanks, my dudes. It only almost broke everything. But that's okay. We're used to that sort of... Oh, it's getting bumpy here, look. Yeah, it's very bumpy. As much as I like this view, it's kind of dangerous. Let us face the direction of travel. Russell Scott says, all these roads in Santa Monica Mountains is my Saturday playground on my motorbike. Awesome. Luke, 1234 is in the house. Good to see you, dude. Kingsman 9965 says, what a beautiful place. I know, right? Manfred says, how can I join in on the multiplayer event? So long as you don't use any airliners, we're just going to use GA airplanes. You can jump onto the North Europe server, my dude. Wayne Mason has rumbled in. He says, hey Murph, just got home from work. Nice, dude. Good to see you. Gremlin Stream Disruptor says, correction, Murph. We disrupt your stream, not the overlay. Aha. Naughty Gnome says, uh-oh, accidentally opened the window in the Mooney. It didn't go well. James Kennedy in the house. He says, we'll be flying over Pepperdine shortly. Pepperdine or Pepperdine? Ruben Sutter's in the house. Hello, Ruben. Happy Monday to you, my dude. A little bit bumpy here with the kind of mountainous area. It is nice though, isn't it? Scott says, it's a funny story. Let's just say we were following a small MASH chopper through the valleys in a large orange chopper and ran onto the filming set. Wee. Dine. Dean? Dine. That doesn't make it much better. Dougal says, sailed this coastline but going the other way to Mexico. Sweet. It is nice here. So it's kind of strange. Like there's another bot thingy working, right? And it's supposed to be able to do stuff like this. If I were to type in commands, it should be able to repopulate it, but it doesn't seem to be doing it. Weird, right? As in dining. Gotcha now, William. Many thanks. Medic24 Life is in the house. Howdy y'all. I can finally join the flight. Just got my Alienware in on Saturday. Nice, dude. Well, ramble in, dude. It'd be great to have you. Oh, look. There it is. It actually showed the route. Interesting. So there's a bit of a delay, but it kind of worked. Okay, Colonel Fork, I need your attention, please. I need you to type a command into the chat and see if this works. So it's going to look like this. It'll be the exclamation mark, redeem, and then type in Gikna. And let's see what happens. If this works, I'm a genius. And it'll be forever known Murphy was a genius. Murphy's a genius. Right, gang, so what we've done, right? I've added in... I've been very busy. and the stream didn't start the way I wanted it because I'm not used to having a delay. So I was like, oh, clearly it's not working. But basically what this means is, for us, for the exclusive gang, us here on the YouTube, well, I've added in bits and pieces. So for the members, all the time you guys are watching, you accrue kind of loyalty points. And at the moment, they're just going to activate kind of different things throughout the stream. They could be a sound effect. They could be... Well, at the minute, they're just going to be a sound effect. But later on, they'll have more functionality and eventually maybe even enter you into, I don't know, quizzes or giveaways or all this kind of stuff. But it's early days. So there are 2 commands available. One of them, and there will be more, I've only tested with these. So basically how that worked was you type in exclamation mark followed by redeem, spacebar, and then put in either Gikna or Medic. Now, depending on how many loyalty points you have, you need a minimum of 5, and you get 1 point per minute. If you subscribe, you get a couple. If you donate, you get a couple. You get more. But for example, if I look down quickly through the list, Shiny Enderman has 6 points, for example. This is like the Eurovision king. He has 6 points. I only had 3 points. How did that happen? And I've multiple pages. Alison also has 5. I think Seamus McNeil has 7. So there's loads of different ways we can do it. And the plan is, it's going to give you guys... Johnny, if only it worked like that. But basically it means you guys can now type stuff in. And eventually I'll get this to trigger different music and sounds and stuff. Aileron's in the winds in the house. Good to see you. He says, good evening, mate. I hope the stream is going well. Don't mention the war. He says, I noticed there's a few notifications, so I take it the stream gremlins are playing from spamming... Oh, hang on. What? Ah, they were playing up. Aileron's in the wind. It's great to see you, dude. And yes, I'm having an absolute ball here tonight. There's even a new bod. Bod? There's even a new bot. So it's trying to figure it all out. So don't worry. By next week, we'll have this sussed. The growing pains will be gone, and we'll be left with the end result. That's what I'm hoping for. Sorry, Keen. You're getting close though. So there are a few of them. So as you need to, Merlin Flyer says you need to play the Beach Boys. Ah, we need a bit of that. Hang on. I don't have the Beach Boys, but we have like the Beast Boys adjacent. This kind of... Actually, wait, do we have it? What's this one? Ed Reed, it worked, look. I'm only delighted with myself that, you know, the stuff is working. So basically, in order for you to get points, for every minute you watch, is every minute or every 5 minutes? Hang on. I need to go back and read the rules. Oh yeah. So for every 5 minutes you watch, you get a point. There we go. Seamus McNeil has redeemed the Gikna alert. Now we also have Medic turned on as well. And very soon, I'll have more bits and pieces. Medic24 Life says, North Europe server? Yes, indeed. There we go. Do we like this feature or dislike this feature? Let me know. I don't. Very good. This could be. This could be a disaster waiting to happen. Love they have 0 points. That's just as bad as getting you the weakest link of speech. Right, so in time we'll add more things. This is disruptively fun. And I wouldn't mind. I don't know how loud it is on your screen as you're watching this, but it's powerfully deafening me on the earphones. There needs to be a cooldown. There is, don't worry. It's all happening. Yeah, I'll need to do that with the points. I'll get other things set up. What was the video I was working on? Yeah, there should be a command for server. Where are all these commands? Let me see. Commands. So if you put in exclamation mark server, that'll be one. Exclamation mark Discord, exclamation mark specs, exclamation mark game, exclamation mark flight plan, exclamation mark drink. These are the commands that I have up and running so far. As we pass over this neck of the woods. We have a bit of chop here now, but I'm not too worried about that for the minute. Because we're playing with other stuff in the back. Redeem Jedi Force powers. The Force is strong. Harry Turner's in the house. Redeemed. Redeemed tea towel. So it might take a couple of minutes for it. You know, the bot be slow. It's like me. So if you type it in, it might take a couple of minutes to respond because it has this kind of, you know, it scratches its head. Redeem drink. I approve. Redeem sleep and holidays. I know, right? Redeem tasty beverage. Wouldn't it be fantastic? One of the ones is going to be, it's going to play this song. Because this is going to be important. I just need to figure out how this works. Does it only happen once a stream? Because the poor girl will be, like, exhausted. Give it a few minutes, Matthew. Redeem new pair of legs. Gary Bloxham's in the house. He says, hey Murph, where are we now? We are closing in on Santa Barbara, just over the airport KCMA. We'll be there in about 15 minutes. Aileron says, I need to backdate my points. Don't worry, I got you covered. Now, for the added, awesomeness that I try to instill into the channel, your Discord level is going to have an automatic contribution to these points. So for every level you increase to, you'll get 10 extra points. So for example, if you're level 1, you'll get 10. If you're level 2, well, you get another 10, and 10, and 10, and so on, and so on, and so on. So everything kind of, works together at the same time in unison together, beside each other. Duo, another word for at the same time. Naughty Gnome says, ooh, points win prizes. They do. And again, I'm only starting it off with redeem more points. I'm only starting off with the basics of stuff, but eventually these commands can actually talk to the simulator. So what? They can. So for example, they can turn on and off lights, they can induct failures, they can change the weather, they can change the view. So there's a number of things that we can do with this. I just need to iron it all out to make it more fun, because the last thing we want is something like this. And about 20 gig alerts and you guys going, Murph, Huey and Ralph are on the scene, we need to throw up and get out. So that's the last thing I want. So I just need to figure it all out a little bit. But it's all about, giving you more inclusion. That's what it's all about. Like, I do know the group flights are fantastic, and don't get me wrong, I absolutely adore flying with the Fireflies. Hello. But at the same time, there's quite a number of you guys who don't get to fly with us, but are a huge part of our community. So I'm looking for more inclusion to give to you guys. Can they give you an electric shock when you overpress the buttons? Do you remember that scene in Ghostbusters 1? Bill Murray plays the part of Pete Venkman, and he's sitting there and he's saying, okay, what does this card read? And the pretty lady gets them all wrong, but he lets her go. He says, like, you're some sort of a, you were a legitimate phenomenon. But the other poor devil who's actually getting the cards right, Venkman says, no, you're wrong. And that can happen. Now, whether or not I want that to happen, could you imagine? I'd last about 6 minutes and then it'll all go pear-shaped. How many times is that going to be used? Really? Yeah, Murph, we like you and all, but we rather you crispy. Okay, so the frames have taken a tumble, but that's okay right now. We shan't worry. The frequent viewer program. Kendra, you got it in one. Johnny says, don't cross the Gulf Streams, cross the streams. Scott says, next town coming up ahead is Ventura. Alrighty then. And the county seat for Ventura County. Nice. It's only gorgeous up here. Think your landing light needs changing, yeah. It is the least of my worries. We have this coherent GT, the mother of all deadliness. We're getting about, I don't know, 10 or 15 frames right now. I do believe they are working on it though, so that's going to be good. So what is super, we have 179 live viewers right here on YouTube. This is fantastic. There's lots of you. Could you imagine now if you all, well actually hang on, we want to be careful because now technically if you all watch for like, you know, an extended period of time, you all have the capabilities of making sound effects. The entire stream will just be a series of sound effects. Says you, but Murph, it kind of is already. Ah, look at that, it works. So if you put in exclamation mark points, it'll tell you how many points you have. This is like Skynet. I came from the future. I need to put in more. Hey, Sam is in the house, good to see you. We're moving with the times, guys. That's what it is. It's technology. We come from a time and a place that's technologically advanced in the future. We've come back. Or something. That's a very good kind of premise. They should do some sort of... I reckon that'd be like a good story, you know? Something from the future coming back in time. Maybe give him like... Oh god. That was terrifying. Maybe maybe give him like some sort of an Austrian accent or something. And he should be a big guy, you know, bodybuilder kind of thing. Maybe they should call him a name or something. Oh wait, do you know what I actually have? Speaking of all this talk, what's this one? I think it's this one. Get to the chopper! This is called the Intern Emanator. It sounds like it's the other thing, but it's not. I really should have thought this through. Right, so am I right in saying we're going a step in the right direction by having this sort of functionality? Do you like the stuff we have? She says it every time I pull up. So do let me know over on our Discord if you have any other ideas on what we can add to this. Because I know like it's going to be a bit of crack whatever playing sound effects, but if you can trigger different music, and I can give you a list, then, you know, we can do all that kind of stuff. That'd be interesting. I wonder, can I get it to do other things, like maybe trigger, you know... Well, in fairness, if it did trigger the face cam, I could literally be up to anything. I mean, I sit like this sometimes, reading the chat, and it doesn't look very, but there's no entertainment here at all. It's just Murph sitting here going... or I could be scratching the back of my head. Or I could be having a tasty beverage. like this, reading the chat, as I do. I do things like this. Or I could be just, you know, staring into the camera. Because I'm trying to look at my own reflection. And I'd be saying, your glasses are crooked. Or, you know, you have an eyebrow higher than the other. Many different things. Colonel Fork, I believe it does. Brilliant. Brandon Lowe is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Or tripping over getting to the bin. Yes, yes, that works. Danger close. It's rather beautiful up here. Yeah, the frames are stuttering. Pat says, there's a way to have messages read to you by the speech synth, which could occasionally be fun. Scott says, passing the town of Carpinteria and coming up on Santa Barbara. Nice. Scott says, used to fly there for lunch or dinner. Sweet. Elon says, might be time for a streaming PC if you don't already. You see, it's not the sim. Or sorry, it's not my hardware. So if I were to go back to the main menu, it'll jump to 60, as in it's butterly smooth. So it's all to do with this GT coherent draw thingy. It is a bug in the simulator. And it's really only after popping its head up since the VR update. At least on my system. So once I figure out exactly what's happening, we're kind of stuck with it. We get about 20 minutes and then it just says, nah. And it's like a VRAM, but put it this way, if your VRAM filled, or if you use the full amount, it's you know, it requires like a restart. Nacho Medina's in the house. Good to see you, dude. Dale Jones is in the house. He says, hey, everyone. Hope you had a fabulous holiday season. You too, my dude. Great to see you. David T. Spooniest Place says, same for me after the last update. Yeah, like, I mean, I used to get kind of maybe 40 minutes before it all kind of slowed it down. But now it's usually after about 20 minutes. And it's only when I'm streaming, which is weird. Like, I think yesterday morning I did a flight with, it was over an Oz Flight Simmer, and I was flying a BizJet in VR, and it ran like butter, and that was like an hour and 40 minutes, I think. And no issues at all. However, as soon as when I record videos, it's fine. So it's whatever the link is between live streaming and the sim running at the same time. We had this issue before, way back when. As Nagomi75 has just subscribed. Many thanks, my dude. Rev M is in the house. Good to see you. But as I said, like it's really only after popping its head up now again in the sim. It was there before. So the press release version of the sim, there was a huge issue trying to stream it in OBS. But the sim ran well. OBS just couldn't pick it up well. Now the sim runs terribly, as you can see, and OBS is actually running fine. So I need to figure it all out. Jan Morecambe had an interesting kind of a workaround, but alas, I already had, I won't say I had that idea, but I already had the modification done to my registry to turn off some prefect data stuff. I know, right? How are we going to land in this condition? We'll figure it all out, though. Aileron says, I've noticed the icing is a little off too. Hopefully they get it all sorted. My VATSIM flight went really well, apart from having to raw data fly the departure and arrivals from Biggin Hill. Yeah, like it's you know, we'll eventually get there. Like, they're constantly putting, like, and here's another thing. If I was, actually, I wonder. If I was flying in offline mode, you know, I think it still happens as well. Did you use VR much over the weekend? I didn't, Mrs. Two-Tone. I just on Sunday. I was busy on Saturday. We were putting together them videos. Shane Inman says, second redeem for me today. Nice, dude. Don't worry, like, it's not going to be a stream of just sound effects. And again, I'll be adding in more rewards and stuff. So, you know, you might need a certain amount of points maybe to qualify for, it could be a giveaway, it could be anything. We'll have to come up with all the different ideas. Alison says, yeah, it can happen at any point, online, group, or solo. Yeah, it's like, it's on the boundary, or it's definitely on the, it's very close to a game-breaking issue, because this is unflyable. Like, it's just, what? Like, 10 FPS is, like, even if it was 20, I'd live with that, but 10 is really bad. And, like, I'm used to 60 to 70. But yeah. Redeem more frames. If only there was a way. Now, we're so close to the airport that we're going to be making our stop anyway. It's just horrendous, look. A tier 1 membership for 50 points. But if you have ideas for all this stuff, do be sure to go over to Discord and in the ideas section. And I'll have a read down through them. The most popular ones we'll probably implement. And if not, we'll certainly talk about some of the other ones. Brandon Lowe says, what is the status bar on the bottom of your screen? It is the bane of my very existence, Brandon. Basically, it's ran through Sim Toolkits Pro. Or Sim Toolkit Pro, rather. And basically, it's giving us our departure and arrival, our indicated airspeed, our vertical speed, our current altitude, our current heading, and then our ATC call sign. So it's just a helpful way, I suppose, to give you guys an idea of, well, first and foremost, is it clear enough? Does it need to be bigger? Or is it okay? But it gives you just an indication of what we're doing. Thomas says, I tried QA Pilot suggestions to PC settings in his last video. It worked for me. Nice. Yeah, Q8 has, again, you know, I think Q8 was in the alpha and the beta. But it's very kind of specific to your machine and what you're doing. Like, if I was just using the flight sim on its own, I get fantastic performance. In fact, I'm getting performance I probably shouldn't get. Especially in VR, like I'm kind of blown away by it. But it's just then, if I stream, it's a little bit more complicated. And there's no way to reset it. That was terrifying. BRB is here, he says, what server is this? This is the North Europe one. Bad Dog says, Murph, can I exchange my green shield stamps? Mahoney's Gaming Channel is in the house. Good to see you, dude. Annalisa and Ricky like the size of that little gadget down there. Grant. This is going to be hard to fly. Capat says there's an A320 there. Well, that'll just add to like our total pain and misery and suffering. Like, you'll see, as soon as I give this a restart, which I will once we're on the ground, it's absolutely fine. It's hunky-dory and just living the dream. And again, like, it doesn't happen on everyone's machine. It doesn't happen on everyone's stream either, so like, maybe there's a something just on my setup. But it's grand, like. We'll get used to it. Car 85 is here. Good to see you, dude. Happy Monday. So I am very much liking this aircraft, the Piaggio P149. That's weird. Hang on. Pull up the handbrake there now, Betsy. There we go. We'll figure out how to fix this. So we can just start like shouting at the screen refusely, and it'll either sort itself out, or we're going to download some frames and try and land. So the choice of runways, we have 03 and 21. I reckon we're going to go for 03. So a very, very quick restart. Get ourselves back in action. Santa Barbara, there's Coley, departure. Diddly diddly dee. That's weird. Don't press all the buttons, Murph. So you can see now, it's all fantastically wonderful and beautiful again. It's weird, isn't it? We just got some FPS downloaded. Right, we're going to get ourselves down here for a quick landing, so I knew we could do it. Broncos 42 is in the house, good to see you. So we'll get this sorted out, get down for a landing, watch you guys coming in, and then we'll start our second leg. Annalisa says, so strange, my frame redemption worked, if only. So they are 0725, 15 left, 35 or 33 right, and then 15 right, 33 left. I was reading out the runways of the other place because I'm an idiot and I'm having a bad night of it. But we'll figure it all out together. So we're going to organise a little landing here for ourselves as we touch down at the first stop for this evening. I need a sound effect for like butter. I need to work on that. I could be like nice or ooh or something. It's not even Wednesday, I know, right? Technical or mechanical issues Monday. Yeah, if I didn't reset there, like, could you imagine trying to land here at 10 FPS? That must be as bad as landing here at 5 FPS. Nice airport. Big airport. So, easy does it, Murph. Runway 25. That was terrifying. Terrifying, I say. Ooh. Right, we're down after a little bit of a... Yeah. Notes to the editor. Murphy, you've work to do. Now, let's see. We're just going to turn ourselves around here. We consider that a medium regional airport. Nice. Okay, so park and brake goes on. Get some music on. And jump out and see the guys for the landings. Even though most of you are down. Are you all down? Scotland 737 projects in the house. He says Tour of Asia Leg 2, Beijing to Hong Kong is done. Nice. There's chilled Corky. I think the vast majority of people have landed. There's Screenfly and a Druid Zeus. There's Tarnish, followed by Naughty Gnome. Nicely done. Fly Darren makes his approach, followed by Piat. Nicely done. HCBR. Nicely done. Hot Sing is down. There's Valpo, Tigger, Country Flyer, Papa Joe B. See Tarnish 42, taxing off. It's Buttery Butter as Fast Pete 84 makes his arrival. There's CDN Taz and here's Johnny. Captain Rudder, Red Dragon CYM. Captain Sickbag is down as well. Piggy J-Ro. As Baranko looks like. Nicely done, my dude. WB 1990. There's Medic 24 Life. Rob 961, Jasper 52, and Super Fluid is down. I think WB had a bit of an incident. Continental Noob, Jepson 2001. Arnie's down as well. Cosy Archer and B-Pod. There's Lucas 22. Uh-oh. Wayland and Amarok for the Jewel landing. WB hit a bump in the runway. There's Dougal McTavish. Nicely done, Dougal. Dropavino and the Flyboy. There's Gregor. Steven Sir said, does anyone know what mod is at the bottom of the screen that's showing the destination? So it's part of Sim Toolkit Pro. It's one of the streamer gadgets you can have. The overlay only appears if you're going to be streaming. So if you have Sim Toolkit Pro, ramble over to the option where it has streaming tools as Frozen makes an approach. Looking good. Nice. And you can just add it in there. I think we're all down. You ever get to... Oh, there's Catbat 9, look. You see Commandant Muttley is there as well. No worries, Stephen. No worries at all. So Tesla. GA. Maybe it's a GA. Maybe it's a different kind of GA that we just haven't seen before. It could be anything. Now, let me see. Right, we need to do this with this, followed by this. We're going to give ourselves a bit of a restart here just to cool the jets a bit. Rudder says, Murph and friends need to leave. Great fun as always. Happy flying. I'll catch you Wednesday. Many thanks, Rudder. You take care out there. Sammy says, oh my, that's a big GA. I know, right? It could be the longitude. Right, we're going to restart the stream. And hopefully all goes well. Who is frozen? Whoever it is, the snow doesn't really bother them. Philip says, we had some excellent formation flying with Murph for a solid 20 minutes. Nice. Mr. Zed says, Murph, does GA stand for Gigantic Airline? General Aviation. Naughty Gnome says, yup, I need to go too. Have a great rest of the stream, Murph. Hope the gremlins are gone for the day. Me too, dude. And you take it easy out there. Jack Frost says Scotland 737. Who else? Who else? Shiny Enemy says, bye Murph, probably joining in on Wednesday. You take care, my dude. Many thanks for joining us tonight. Kat says, this stream is now all about points. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. It's a beta, if you will, or an alpha. Then we'll have a beta, and then we'll have a, yeah. Medic24 Life says, have you tried Sky Park yet? Yeah, Sky Park is so much fun. It's amazing. If you guys haven't tried it yet, I must do a video actually showing off Sky Park. It gives us another reason to fly, which is super cool. Kendra is away. We'll see you soon. Good night, everyone. Redeem sleep for work tomorrow. No problem at all, Kendra. You take it easy out there. Stay safe. And there it is. Right, we're going to jump over to this screen again while this is loading, because it's very fancy. That's how we do that. Now, what else are we doing in the background? Need to change this. Landing report wasn't bad, by the way. It was a minus 16 feet, even though it sounded a little bit worse than it actually was. So let me see. Need to go into flight planning. So we're going from KSBA, and we're going to be going to KSJC. Update. Let's see if it worked. We'll give it a moment. So we're back in the beloved Mooney. As the screams of the medic. So make sure we get ourselves set up here. Good starting our engine. Flight director comes on. 1200 goes into our squawk. Elevator trim comes on. It all looks good. The Mooney is back in action. We found the Grinch, punched him in his big green head, and took it back. Doesn't it look only marvelous? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, look, he stopped for us. We need more sound effects. A thunderclap, a crashing plane, a flatliner, a diving Stuka. Gotcha. Annalise says he'll be back next year, but we'll be ready for him. Oh yeah, we'll be ready. Uh-oh. There's always one, isn't there? Don't mind us, we'll just cut across the grass. We can do that. It's science. Mooney nearly collides a fuel truck, saved by physics. I know, right? Scott says, cheesy popcorn bits getting all over the keyboard. Popcorn, it's so good. Right, I think we're good to go now. So, one notch of flaps. Excuse me. It's terrifying. Scares the bejeenie out of me. Okay, takeoff power is set. Airspeed is alive. There's 60. Uh-oh. There's 80. Oopsie daisy. Positive rate of climb and indicated gear coming in. Tapping our toe brakes. Have a good mix. Cheddar cheese and caramel. Ooh, nice. On popcorn. Sounds amazing. Yeah, they're absolutely needs that. Okay. Fear not. We'll get ourselves back in action now shortly. We're in the beloved Mooney. We'll get a bit airborne and see how it all works out. Because it's going to be busy up here. So let's see how long it lasts for the frames to behave themselves. As the fireflies take off in the background, we'll play some music here as well. Annalisa says we need a pan of Johnson, Mooney and O'Brien bread. Then you can butter a slice when you land. For your freshly family baked bread. What's the tagline of Johnson, Mooney and O'Brien? It's like Brennan's bread. In Ireland we have all different breads, so you have Brennan's bread. Today's bread today. And words to that effect. Caslin says, where are you flying to? So we've taken off here from Santa Barbara. We're going to be heading up now to San Jose International. Soda bread? McCambridge is doing soda bread. Ricky Kelleher says, yesterday's bread tomorrow. Colonel Fork says, Skyline on rental power won't keep up in a Mooney. I probably won't take this to full whack though. And the chances are, Colonel, I'm probably going to have to restart somewhere in the stream with this aircraft anyway. Because I reckon the buttery smoothness that is currently on the screen is going to go to like mode. Sammy says there's a bread here called Throat Burner. Ooh, lots of pepper. Kane says, excuse my lack of aviation knowledge, but the round white thing to the bottom left, is that a compass? The round thing to the bottom left. The round thing to the bottom left. This? Or this? That's the gear knob for extending and retracting your landing gear. Oh, the beloved Mooney. So nice to be back. Scott says, hopefully that in 2020 Mooney will actually be making aircraft again. If so, there may be some Moonies at Osh. I know, right? So we're ticking over nicely here. Sammy's Gaming says, the dawn of the mods. Sammy, if you're impressed with the new kind of gadgets I've implemented with the commands and stuff, and they are very fancy, you want to see the armaments that the mods have, so tread carefully, my dude. Be very careful. Be very quiet. Because them guys are dangerous. Annalisa says, you can always double barrel your name. Murphy Mooney. Has a nice ring to it. How about Mooney Murphy? How about two-tone Mooney? Monkey Snatch 1 is in the house. Good to see you. Simon says no. I meant how many of them are in the chat. Aha. Kingsman says, can't wait for the PA28. Annalise says, it'll be the TTMM then. Mooney Murphy Monday. Or Monday Mooney Murphy. Or Murphy's Mooney Monday. Kind of bumpy up here. So we're using live weather, live time. That's why it'd be a little bit bumpy. Okay. We'll get ourselves sorted out here. We're going to follow the autopilot. Get our altitude down to about 7,000 feet. Alison says, we're lovely, unless people are naughty. Couldn't have said it better myself. Okay. Slow it down there now, Murph. Calm it all down. Not too much. Not enough to break it. That there looks good to me. EGT, that needs to come down. Cylinder head temperature is on the little bit of the high side, but I think we're okay. Murph in a Makini is in the house. Good to see it. Captain Jack Daniels looking for his points. Annalisa says, don't mess with the mods. The mods... You don't mess with the mods. The mods mess with you. I like that. But yeah, it's all good. Listen, it's all chilled out, relaxed. Speaking of drama, we had drama today. And I'm not a fan of the drama. I try to stay well away from it. So if I see things going in a direction I don't like, I tend to just kind of pull the pin on it because I don't like the drama. And we don't come here for drama. We come here to relax, chillax. And any drama that you guys are willing to probably watch is me pressing buttons. And that's about the half of it. But there was drama today. Wait till I tell you. On one of the videos on the YouTube, a discussion, I'll call it a discussion, started. And I was like, wait, what? And that escalated quickly. Robski's in the house, good to see you. He says, Happy New Year, mate. Same to you, my dude. Many happy returns. So I was busy over the weekend, throwing out videos like they were going out of fashion. Did you check out the, did you see the aircraft carrier? So much fun. And then I did one in the A320. I went flying in my airliner. For like a video that ended up being, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes long. That took the bones of about 3 hours to record. Thanks to the lack of a replay mode in the sim. So I had to take off literally looking out the side window. And I had to listen to like, I had to do a couple of runs to say, yeah, that is the V1 speed, that's the rotation speed, that's the positioning, yada yada yada. But it turned out alright. That's what it's all about. My, have I missed the Mooney? Sounds great, doesn't it? 10 letters in the house. He says, hey buddy, happy new year. Love the aircraft carrier video. They're lots of fun. Now, what was I looking for? Oh yeah, I was looking for this. Where's this one? No, we played that one. That was loud, wasn't it? Yes, that works. Colonel Fork also putting the videos out this weekend. Yours were dangerous. And I mean they were dangerous. So, did somebody say shameless plug? If you guys are new here, you're very, very welcome along. We live stream right here on YouTube every Monday and Wednesday at 8 PM Zulu time. We also ramble and dabble over in the land of Twitch on Fridays at 8 PM Zulu time. If you guys like these videos, be sure to hit that subscribe. And you might even like the video by a thumbs up. We live stream every Monday and Wednesday without fail, unless unless something like mad happens. But we also have a Discord. The link gone through on the chat. Be sure to check it out. Captain Sickbag says, Murph, is there any way to clean the windshield? I just want to get the window lean to it. Mahoney's Gaming Channel says, which software do you use for editing videos? I have Adobe Premiere. Or as we call it, Adobe Premiere. Travis Harmer says, the Aer Lingus video was stunning. Oh, many thanks, my dude. I appreciate it. So you join us with the Two-Tone Murphy Fireflies as we started on our newest adventure. We're following roughly in the vein of the Coast Starlight, a railway that runs all the way. Wait now, that didn't show up, did it? Interesting. So, Medic 24 Life successfully redeemed the Medic, but I didn't see the notification pop up. Maybe it's there somewhere. Okay, so there are other kind of commands here as well. For instance, you can type in !top and that'll display who has the highest points. I'm learning this on the fly. Did you see what I did there? You can also type in top hours. That's kind of cool. The Cloud Bot. I gotta do a bit of homework on that. Bukak and Lee is in the house. Hello, my dude. Hope you're keeping very well. Oh, look at that. The top 10 points. Ooh. Oh, but Janie, I'm here as well, look. Now, we can probably be adding stuff into the background, but we'll get to that at some stage. Ooh, look at the weather we're flying into now. This is looking pretty. Who has the most kickness? Kevin Riley says, nice to finally join and fly. You're welcome aboard, Kevin. So don't fret too much. If you're probably looking at the chat today going, what has he done? Like, what is this? What is this? Don't worry, we'll streamline it and make it all nice. We're just trying to figure it all out. Now, if you notice on this bar thingy, majiggy, that we have down here, you'll notice that the green indicates the distance to our destination. So from KSBA over to KSJC, current indicated airspeed is 140 knots, give or take. Vertical speed, we should be flying somewhat level now. Altitude is just hovering on 7,000. Our heading is 317 degrees. And then our ATC call sign. Scott says, will they carry over from stream to stream? Yes. And I'm also going to include the Discord leaderboard into this as well. What is this? Cyberman Drew, good to see you. Bukak says, I wish you a healthy and happy new year. Same to you, my dude. Beautiful sights. Okay, I was doing things in the background. You might expect it or suspect it. We've a new command gone in. So this one is called announce. If you do the exclamation mark, redeem, and then announce, you should get the announce. Scott says, looks like the frames are starting to act up again. They probably will. We'll do a restart once they get very bad. Kat says, do we have a new sound? We do. There we go. So I'll do more. I won't do them now because like the brain power required to do things is, well, it's frightening. But I have to say, look at that for a view. And the scenery looks nice as well. I just love looking at the Mooney. It is beautiful. He never says, I see you with something a little more softer on the ears. I know, right? It requires many tweaks. The Cock says 4 days ago was the Middle East tour. Do you remember that? It was hilarious. Alison Johnson was delivered a hot chocolate with cream and marshmallows. Ooh. Nice. Colonel Fork says almost at cruise trying to catch up. Don't mind if I do, Ed Reed. Shameless plug, he says. It is very pretty up this neck of the woods. So we'll have a quick look. Just an epic part of the world to be flying in. Uh-oh. See the way the sim kind of hopped there? Mr. Tudor says, do you need a tasty beverage top-up, Murph? And ailerons into wind, straight in there, says, he will take a pink gin with strawberries and a packet of nuts. Do you know I would? Scott says, if it was later, I'd probably get some Baileys. But not until after dinner, though. Johnny says Bailey's is good anytime. What about a Guinness ice cold, says Kingsman. Dougal McTavish says, Colonel Fork, I just had a beef stew. Colonel Fork is mad for shepherd's pie. So if anyone knows how to make one, take a picture, and send it to Colonel Fork saying, thinking of you. He would definitely appreciate it. Aileron says, I was going to say pink gin, a selection of cheeses and crackers, and some honey roasted nuts, but Mr. Two-Tone may thought I was being too picky. What about, whatchamacallit? What are they called? The green things? Not pickles, the other things. Oh, what's the name of them? You have them with wine, maybe, and cheese? Oh, I can't think. What's the name of the small little green things? Olives, that's the one. Yo! So Neil says Grinches? Grapes? No. You could have grapes, of course you can. Yeah. Grapes and cheese with wine is a good mix. Cat says a Mars bar. Samson Video says, how about a Christmas breakfast? Crunchy nut cornflakes made with Baileys. Dude. Gremlins, yeah, they're green. Kingsman says, lovely with red cabbage. No, it's got to be olives. Love me some olives. But they got to be in, like, oil. We're doing that thing again where we talk about food. Anyway. Peas? Cottage pie. Ah. Simon Hughes King says, frogs? Venison cottage pie. Ooh. You have to speak very well dressed to eat that kind of food. Keen Lafford with the redeemed Gikna alert. I need to change how the alerts appear on the screen as well. I have some nice pictures to put up. Fly Darren says, I must remember not to fly or not to try VR while flying with the gang. No. It's very difficult. It's great if you're flying with like 2s and 3s, but when there's a whole group of people, it gets really difficult. Philip says, Murph, your sim is weird. It's showing me in a TBM with the gear down. I'm in a Cessna 208. It's actually showing it in a PC-12 with your gear down. And yes, it is weird. So I'm using the generic mod, or the generic models. Seamus McNeil with the medic. Medic required. Medic! Basically, it's a way on saving FPS, and also it was leading, by not having it turned on, was leading to a couple of sim crashes. So I had to turn it on. So unfortunately, it appears people in, like, the default Finanza, and also PC-12s, which is weird. Alan Conway says, Murph, bad weather in KSJC. IF4 skills required. Ooh. Tortuga Gaming says, the best cheese is Italian Ubriaco, also known as drunk cheese. Interesting. Wait to tell you, we were in Rome back in the day. When was that? 2 years ago. Maybe a year and a bit ago. Myself and the lovely Mrs. Two-Tone ventured to Rome. We've been there many, many times. It's at the moment, it is our favourite city. And there's a fantastic place off the Piazza Novana. And there is a wine, kind of a deli place. And if you ever go to Rome, do what the Romans do. As in, figure out where the locals go for a bite to eat. And it's ideal for just a bite to eat. Like, you're not going to get a full dinner in there. But it's ideal if you just want to go in, get yourself a glass of wine or two. And also then they have these table platters. And on the platter, it's anything from, different like hams and meats and salamis and all this kind of stuff. And cheeses and breads and olives It's just unbelievable. And I think it was, I don't know, it was really good value. I think we paid like €20 and that gave us a bottle of red wine and this massive platter of food. It was huge, enormous. It was massive. Pearl Jam 26 says, when you're flying in third person, what key is to take off all the on-screen displays? Cyberman Drew says, sad I missed the fly over my house. Ah, dude, we'll have to go back. So the HUD is what you're looking to disappear. You need to go into your options. I have a video on YouTube. In fact, it's the welcome video on YouTube. Have a look at it. It'll tell you exactly how to disappear it. Cat says, I think the locals go to McDonald's. Huge, enormous. It means humongous and enormous. Have you never heard the expression huge, enormous? Elron says, do my loyalty points carry over to the next stream? Yes, they do. Or at least I hope they do. They have told me they do. So that's the hope. So the whole idea behind these loyalty points, it's a work in progress. Geek07 is in the house. He says, hey, and Happy New Year, Murph. Same to you, my dude. The whole idea behind these redeem points, or loyalty points, it's just an idea I had. I've seen it on other streams, and they work really, really well. So we're just kind of testing things tonight. You know, you can redeem watch time for points. So every 5 minutes you watch the stream, you get 1 point. And if you do a subscribe or a follow or a donation or whatever, there's various multipliers. But don't worry about any of that stuff. It's purely watch time. That's what we're going to focus on. And what you can do with them, tonight I'm just testing to make sure that the sound effects work. There's other things we can do. We can have live polls during the stream, which is going to be cool. We can have a selection of different music that you guys can control the music. So we'll have a kind of like an open jukebox, and you know we'll figure out what songs and whatnot to put in there. As Ricky Kelleher has redeemed the medic. Wayne Prefontaine is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Hope you're keeping very, very well. So yeah, so we figured out that we can do sound effects, then we're going to do kind of music, and then eventually this can lead to other things. As I said, there could be polls, there could be giveaways, there could be access to giveaways. What else? Let me see. Redemptions. No, that's not it. Where's the button? Commands, modules. Like, there's a whole lot of different things. We can do mini games, and they could be like a quiz. We can do, what's this magic 8-ball? We can do different emotes. Basically, we can do lots of stuff, and it just adds just another avenue, I suppose, or another thing to the stream. So don't be freaking out if you're thinking the whole chat has gone very commercial. It's not. We're only testing a few things there tonight. There's lots of buttons, so we'll take it one step at a time. So we'll figure out other things. As I said, it'll be interesting to do kind of live polls, and we can do quizzes, and if there's going to be giveaways, there could be other things, selecting the aircraft then that we fly in, or even selecting the next route, selecting the weather conditions, and eventually we can push this then into the simulator itself, giving people certain controls over certain things within the sim, be it a camera angle, It could lead to aircraft system failures, as in the lights mightn't work, or the avionics could turn off, or, you know, all that kind of mad, cool, good stuff. Is this Jeopardy or Flight Sim? For 200 points. Everyone says 6 points already, Murph. I hope you got the mute button. But again, this idea came, I think, from the ideas section, or one of the users has said it to me before. So I'm all about the ideas, guys. If you have ideas for the sim and for the, no, not for the sim, but for the channel and the live streams, I'm all ears. Be sure to ramble over to our Discord and post them in there. Sticky Rice has rambled in. Good to see you. Everyone says, don't give folks the failure controls. Fight Aaron says, win the new John E t-shirt perhaps. Yep. Ricky says, I'm on Live Rider 2 and it's not cloudy at all. Interesting. But we got to see the scenery beneath us. That's important. The paper bag is quicker than the Blériot, depending on the wind. And Elisa says, the way the clouds are blocking the light on certain parts of terrain, it's amazing. Looks super, doesn't it? Wayne says, anyone know when the Coronado Wacko biplane comes out? Soon. Johnny says, depending on how wet the bag is. Gremlin Stream Disruptor says, I love Jeremy Clarkson. Because he talks like this, and then brings it down to this. Clarkson is a legend. Ailerons in the Wind says, question 1, how fast are 1,000 gazelles? Question 2, what was Murph's first ever helicopter video title? Ooh. Dougal says, I met Clarkson and crew when I was doing some security work. Nice. Colonel Fork says, that Mooney turbojet powered? What are you doing about 140? And the frames be hating us right now. But the views are stunning. Simon Hughes says, I worked on Top Gear for a couple of years. Nice. Colonel Farr says, what is the velocity of an unladen swallow? Many thanks for the follow, my dude. Bob Das Lama says, when will you fly jets again? In a while. Aileron says Val Kilmer is vastly known for his role in Top Gun, but what is his highest grossing film? Ooh, that's a good question. Annalisa says, I'm chewing straw to this music. Yeah. You gotta chew it like a goat does. You gotta move your jaw from left to right, and then ever so slightly forward and backwards. So, Val Kilmer's biggest grossing movie. The guesses are coming in. The life and times of Wings McGinty. Oh dear. Watch the teeth though. You have to be wearing denim overalls. Wings McGinty. And then say, yep, that's a doozy. The stereotypical music thingy with the thing. Scott says, well, and we were just here last week. It was all nice and stuff. Now, what else do we have? Jimmy Jean's in the house. Southwest 2115 says I'm back. Should I join in a TBM? If you want, my dude. Annalisa says, bonus question. What is Murph's favourite food? Ooh. Be gentle with your answers. Zaxy's in the house. How much did the game cost? You can get it on the Game Pass from Microsoft. Or you can pick it up on Steam or from Microsoft directly. Chicken wings, McGinty. That's fantastic. Fish and chips? No. His favorite food is Giknas. Zaxi says, is it free? Not free, my dude. Jepson 2001 says, pineapple pizza. I do like my pineapple pizza. My favorite food ever used to be popcorn. Now, not so much. It doesn't agree with me very well. Dylan says, can't say no to a Texan-style pizza. Wings McGinty has just rambled in. The name's McGinty. Wings McGinty. Pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. Listen, we've been down this road before, Keen. Pineapple pizza. You're a sick man, Murph. Right, we're going from bad to considerably bad. We'll give ourselves a little restart here. Lay YG is in the house. Good to see him, my dude. The names of furniture. Paddy O furniture. It's painful. Really got to work out in a way how to come up with some sort of a workaround for the you know, the coherent GT thingy. It's a little bit annoying. Where do we say we're going to? KSJC. Yeah, that doesn't want to work. We're getting close. You could probably do it, a medic. Phil Boardman says, haven't seen any trains yet. Do you know, it occurred to me after we came up with the plan to say we're going to do the Coast Starlight, when we suddenly realised there's no trains. Philip said, it's not a problem here, Rip. Just had a CTD. Wow, Brandau says, is the stream ending early? No, dude, it's restarting. It's been a night of nights. Cap9 says, the name is Pizza. Pineapple Pizza. So just firing back up the old sim here in the background. I need to do some X-Plane stuff soon. So we shall feature X-Plane 11 on the streams soon. There's been a lot of updates to a lot of cool stuff over there, including X Enviro. Sammy says, here we have saltfish pizza. Okay. Not my cup of tea. Johnny said, the stream ended before it began, but then it began again. Jefferson says, no trains. I best get to it. Wally9 is in the house. Good to see you, dude. Duga says, this is a long leg. It is. Travis Hammer says, do you fly an X-Plane off stream, Murph? I do. I do keep myself busy. I do bits and bobs. The stream has been caught in the Matrix. It's one of those things. It's doing its thing. Right, let's try this again, Murph. CGT draw. Same as you, Murph. It's so annoying. I know, right? Rodrigo Ray says, don't look so angry. Who's angry, dude? I'm probably squinting because I'm getting blinded by the light. But it's all good, dude. Cyberman says, it's okay. I'm restreaming from my perspective. Nice catch, my dude. Castellan says, how often do you stream? Every Monday and Wednesday at 8 PM on YouTube, and then every Friday at 8 PM over on Twitch. Aimer Yordy's in the house. Good to see you. It's a loading in the background. Hang on, we can fix this. When Murphy presses buttons. There we go. Asher, we're back in action. For how long now is the question? But sure, we'll see. I think we fixed it. Fuzzy has redeemed the medic. We kind of needed it back then. It was getting crazy. Now, let's see. Why are we pitching downwards here? So 7,000 is what we're going for. It's already kind of doing stuff already. It's weird, isn't it? What plane is that? This is the Coronado Mooney M20 or Ovation. Super fun to fly. When you don't have, like, you know, FPS issues. But it's grand. We'll get over ourselves. Could be worse. Oh, there's time for medics. There just is. Gremlin Stream Disruptor says, Murph, are you enjoying our interference? Yeah, we're having a nice thing. I'm not overly worried though. Like, I mean, what are we now? The 4th? Maybe the 4th of January. Like, we're really only, what, kind of 3 weeks-ish away from a new world update. Plus, there's got to be like a sim update coming soon as well. So I'm hoping they address the old CGT or CG draw thingy. William9 says, just spawning. I got up late. That's okay. We need a mechanic scream. Mechanic! All hail the medic. Right. We're going to put our little sound effects on hold. Keep your watch point thingy majiggies. We need Stewie from Family Guy. Ah, yes. Well, you would say that, wouldn't you? He's in a flight simulator. Ah, Stewie, how are you? Hello, fat man. Sammy's Gaming is away. I'll see you soon. Castellan's is away. Charob is in the house. Evening all, what's going down? So, I'm having a night of nights. We took off originally from Santa Monica, then it was over to Santa Barbara, and now we're heading up to San Jose. I'm up against it. Murphy's under pressure. There's gremlins everywhere. Stewie's brilliant, isn't he? Hello. Johnny says, I come for the crack, but stay for the points. Ian Smith is away. We'll see you soon, my dude. Corn Fork says, skies are clearing on live weather. Well, yeah. We'll keep an eye on it. I reckon there's going to be another restart before we get landed. Just saying. Is it Salinas or Salinas Valley? Off to the left fairly soon. US capital for garlic. Ooh. I do like me some garlic. The second one, aha. Polymal says, absolutely stunning scenery. It really is. What a beautiful part of the world to be in. Captain Sigback says, second CTD within a few minutes, so going to leave you off for now. Have a good rest of the flight. Well, many thanks, my dude. You see, this a disadvantage for flying on one of Microsoft's servers, as in the North Europe server. I've yet to have this sort of a headache when it comes to JoinFS. So a lot of our members already know in relation to JoinFS, we've been testing it quite a bit over the last couple of days, and I know Seamus McNeil is working on it with a number of other dudes. We're going to try and get JoinFS up and running. And my intention is we're going to test it on a live stream soon to see how it all works out. Now, there is a bit of a learning curve when it comes to JoinFS, but don't worry. If you're interested, ramble over to our Discord. You can drop me a DM to say that you're interested in it. JoinFS, apart from giving us the option to fly offline from Microsoft servers, and a big shout out to Naughty Gnome for providing a server to us, but it also means that we can use a cross-platform setup whereby you can have some users on X-Plane, some on, P3D or FSX, and then others in Microsoft Flight Sim. So if you don't actually have access to Microsoft Flight Sim, but you'd like to fly with the Fireflies, well, JoinFS is our way of making that happening. It's not our way, it's JoinFS's way, but we utilize it because it's brilliant. But say, for example, if you might only have access to X-Plane or P3D, or even FSX, this will give you the option to come fly with us. You'll see your aircraft on my screen as if you were in Microsoft Flight Sim, and you'll see me on your screen as depicted by whatever sim you're using. It's a really, really cool setup. It's a great piece of software, and hopefully over the coming weeks we'll be able to do a live stream of it. David says, plus you can see each other on little nav map. Absolutely. Which that'll also lead us down the road of using some ATC, whereby we can put a controller in a certain area and they can control an airport. So if we're going to be taking off from point A to point B, we can put someone in point B or point A, whatever, and practice with this thing. And because it is, looking at these streams, like it is a whole lot of fun, but we got to progress to something, right? Like I'm not saying we got to have put your anorak on when you're going to sit down to use a flight simulator. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying, though, if we can add a bit of, realism to an extent, whereby if we're going to be taxiing out from an airport, because our numbers are huge. If we only had like 10 or 11 other flyers with us, it wouldn't be an issue. But we have huge amounts. Like even tonight, there's 50 odd other planes flying with us. And I absolutely love that. I mean, that was the whole point of me doing what I'm doing was there was a gap in the niche of GA stuff. Like you got your airliners and you got your content creators who fly solo, and people join in for the ride and they be chatting away, and that's all super cool. But for me, well, if you wanted to fly with a group of people, it used to be kind of difficult, especially in GA, because you wouldn't know what level of realism they're going to be flying, how strict the conditions are going to be, and all this kind of stuff. So I think with us, we've started loosely, and given a good bit of time, it'll kind of slowly but surely get better. So to start off, once we do get JoinFS up and running on a live stream, we will be looking then obviously to have someone controlling the ground frequency, and that's purely going to be organising who's taxiing where. And and they can control the ground traffic. Because at the moment, as you can see, it's everyone makes a beeline. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people make a beeline for the active runway, sit there and then wait. Whereby if we can control this, it's okay, this is your taxiway, this is your instruction, and people now have a plan. And it'll just add a bit more kind of fluidness to each of the streams. And it absolutely opens the door up then if we're going to be doing other things in our group flights. And, if we're going to be doing maybe aerobatics, if we're going to do air shows, it just opens the door to all of that when we want to use it. So I'm looking forward to that. Wally Mal says, CTD again, been having them every time now. See you guys. Yeah, there's probably something up with the servers. I'm having a night of it, so it's grand. Scott says, if we are going to control them, what do we do to violators? Don't think copy this number to contact the tower, for a proper. Well, that's the thing. Like, if there's going to be, look it. I'm all for having a good time and enjoying yourself and whatever else, but like, you just got to be mindful of the other pilots with you. Like, don't ruin their fun just because you want to do your thing, But yeah, like, it's violators will be addressed and re-violators will be terminated. We can disappear them outside of Join FS. It gives us huge powers. David says, to be honest, it's also quite a disciplined group as far as sequencing. I can think of another stream of where it's a free-for-all. Yeah, but like, when it comes to sequencing here, like, I mean, if you look back at what these guys are doing, okay, I'm probably a little bit further up the road than they are, but like, the formation flying that we have it's top rate. It's absolutely fantastic. And I love that. But they're all different ideas that, I want to eventually be able to bring into the streams because, it's all kind of part of it, isn't it? And especially then, I really love the idea that it's cross-platform. Because maybe there's a certain aircraft you just want to fly and, it mightn't be in a simulator and you say, no, I want to go flying in this. And that includes helicopters. Like, if you want to be in X-Plane 11 or in P3D or whatever in your favourite helicopter, well, still fly with the Fireflies. Like, there is a working mod to get an AI or, default traffic helicopter. At least it'll give you some sort of a visual representation of what it is. Kane Leffer says, how much longer are we streaming for? Not much terribly longer, my dude. We're very close. We're only a couple of minutes out. Hoping next week goes a little bit better. So this trip, the Coast Starlight, this is going to be following up along the way of the Coast Starlight train. And we're probably going to be covering this for another 4 or 5 weeks, maybe. So as we approach San Jose, the airport itself opened in 1945. The first airline flight out of here was a Southwest Airways Douglas DC-3. And then the Coast Starlight, it's Seattle and Los Angeles via Portland and San Francisco. It operated continuously since Amtrak's formation in 1971. It has 28 stops. It covers 1,377 miles. It's 34.5 hours. It uses a diesel locomotive, and in 2019, they had almost 500,000 passengers. So it is fantastically brilliant. So I'm thinking next week we're going to be starting off in San Jose, then it's up to Sacramento, and then over to Chico. And the aircraft will change each week. Samson Video says, will be great to be able to join it on Flight MX. Yeah, 100%. Joe Small says, have you guys flown into Oshkosh yet? Yeah, a couple of times. Gregor says, Murph, my house just off to the left. I'll run outside to see if you can see me. We can see you waving. Alaska 559 is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. I hope you're keeping very, very well. So we're just approaching San Jose. As you can see, the airport pretty much dead ahead. We could probably increase our rate of descent here as well. Scott says, Santa Cruz off your left wing. Great spot for a vacation. Sweet. Now this altitude is giving us the outside air temperature of 8 degrees, so I imagine it's going to be a little bit warmer once we get down closer to the ground. I think the rule of thumb is it's roughly 2 degrees for every 1,000 feet, give or take. Alaska says, only had a day full of CTDs and a bad GPU. I've had a day of it myself. My stream wouldn't launch the way I wanted it to, exclusively here on YouTube, so I had to press the big red button. And as soon as that happened, we're getting this kind of GT or CT, I think it's GT, coherent draw bug, whereby it drops the sim down to about 10 FPS, which is really rather fantastic. It really puts an edge on landings. But apart from that, all is good. And it could have been worse. Ed says, check your fuel, Murphy. Nicely done, sir. So we've selected our right tank as we're approaching 4,000 feet. Probably slow this down a little bit more. Now, let's see. That's not right. Press the button, Murph. That'll do. Alaska says, getting my 2060 back for the 1080 Ti I traded with a neighbor. Cool. Alaska says, let's just say my sim has banned me from Miami. Like Colonel Fork. And he says, Flight Sim disagreed with him getting to use the simulator that day. Usually when stuff like this is happening, and there are a lot of issues with crashes and also FPS issues, it means they're doing work on the servers. Usually. That could be because they push out updates to the sim via the server. They just don't tell people a lot about that, but they do. Wouldn't be kind of huge changes, but there will be subtle changes. Updates to the weather, maybe, updates to rendering, that kind of stuff. So, welcome to San Jose. Doesn't this just look fantastic? Gregor says, it's a great town, my mortgage is insane. Yeah, like, performance-wise, this is not a hardware or rendering issue, this is a sim issue. But for the moment, it's behaving itself, kind of, almost, sorta, nearly. So our runway of choice is going to be 30 left, 30 left. Peter Fast Pete is away. See you soon, my dude. Many thanks for joining us. As we'll put our face cam on here for the dramatic effect as we make our final approach here into San Jose. Landing gear coming down. Gotta love the photogrammetry. And of course the bumps coming in over the runway. I love the detailing though, like once you have this kind of photogrammetry stuff, it's unbelievable. And to see this in VR is crazy. So we got a huge runway. Scott says, back in 79 we were looking for a starter house and it was 290,000 for it. Moved to Texas and got one for 59,000. Ooh. Little BB is away. Murphy, you're butchering the landing because you're trying to read the chat. Nothing new there, so. So, easy does it. I have missed flying this Mooney. There's touchdown. You barely even felt it. Nice and manky. Cyberman Drew says, you'll be looking to find a 1950s bungalow for under $1 million. What? Is that expensive? Crazy. So, welcome to San Jose. This place is nice. So we got a minus... That was manky. We got a minus 1 feet per minute landing, which is 0.68 Gs. I know, right? That's crazy. Did we even land? Right, get ourselves turned to the side here. And engage the parking brake. And at this stage, we're going to put on some music and watch the gang come in for the landing. Yes, yes, we need this, and this, and this. We can see Ali Katz. She's made it. Why, that's a fancy airplane you got there. Moonies all the way. Randy Hurst says, 5 minutes out, Murph. That's okay, dude. Take your time. We'll be here for a while. Now, I should really zoom in a bit, as in come up the road a bit. Because you can't land down here. You got to get it over the numbers. Okay, the cameras have been set. As we see the arrival of Continental Noob. We got to see Alison coming in for a lap. Usually we never catch Alison. She's always like either way ahead of us or my timing is brutal. There's Rest Guard. Oopsie daisy. Quasi Archer's down. There's Gregor. Mahoney's down. There's Barley and Andrew Hill digging the Moonies, fellas. She's a speedy, classy lady. A one-bed apartment in London will run you close to $1 million. What? Sky Camry 360. It's a cool name. Nice approach, my dude. You can see Roger's RC coming in. We'll spin this way. Roger RC, nice landing, my dude. Alison says, the Mooney rocks. It just does. Fly Simon and Cap at 9 are down. Noel K is away. He says, thanks, Murph, mods, and Fireflies. Catch you all again. You take care, my dude. And a big shout out to our team of moderators tonight. Thank you very, very much. I didn't make it easy for you. With all me crazy button pressing. But a big shout out to our team of moderators. We have Alison Johnson. We have Seamus McNeil, Ed Reed, Scott Voigt, Colonel Fork, Dougal McTavish, Ailerons into Wind. A shout out to Dangerous Brian and Mrs. Two-Tone as Amory, Lord and Cyberman Drew make their arrival. Comments down. Colonel Fork says, I'm not even a mod tonight. Colonel Fork, there is no denying you cannot step away from being a mod. Even when you're not modding, you're modding. There's Draco RPG. Bob, Dat Lama and Cat 691 is down. Mahoney's Gaming Channel says, great flying. Absolutely, dude. There's Joke Flyer. He's down. Chill Corky's down. There's the Flyboy. Mahoney says, Merv, have a look at the Osh channel. Maybe something interesting. Cool, dude. I'll check it out. As Frozen and Beat Pod make it to the scene. Here's Johnny. Rad Pilot Randy. Draco's away. We'll see you soon, my dude. Wow. Just wow. There are no words. There's Red Dragon, nicely done. We'll go this way. We can't speed up anymore. There's MJ Daiso, Tortuga, Prefontaine, and Wayland all coming in together. Many thanks, my dudes. Very kind of you for joining us tonight. Pandora's down. Johnny says, I'd say goodnight, but I lose some points. CD and Taz is down. John Matters is away. See you soon. Cap at 9. You take care, my dude. Sunil is away. Kieran 6 knots. You guys take care. Here's Lonsky, WB 1990. Here's Orb, Dougal McTavish is there. Country Flyers here as well. Scott says, it's almost sushi time. Tortuga says, thanks for the flight and good night. There's Papa Joe B. Along with Frugos. Nice landing, my dudes. John Dunn's in the house. He says hello and goodbye at the same time. I presume it's the end of the stream. We're pretty much here now, yes. There's Screenfly. What's the Scott says, thanks Murph. Get them tech issues ironed out. Absolutely. This will be known as extreme ironing to figure out what went wrong. It was like Apollo 13 tonight. But it's grand, we made it. We completed the first leg, we did our thing. As Tarnish and Colonel Fork 85 have arrived. Nicely done. Cherub says, buttery landings by the Fireflies. John Wren says, thanks for the stream all. Cool. You take care, my dude. There's Pete and Fly Guy. Mahoney's Gaming says, I wish we had particle smoke effects. Yeah, soon, as Mr. Hoppy makes his approach. Weird and strange and strange. Peter Thomas says, I like San Jose International. It's pretty awesome, dude. There's Duck Driver. Wayland is away. We'll see you soon, my dude. Ailerons into wind. I couldn't have said it better myself. There's always one. There's Slumps. He's made it. Nicely done, my dude. Mr. Hoppy's down there as well. So thus concludes our first leg of the Coast Starlight. That kind of works, doesn't it? It was a night of nights. We were up against it from the get-go. It could have been worse, you know. At least the internet stayed where it was. Famous last words. It was just streaming issues and sim issues, but that's okay. But anyway, listen, thank you all so very, very much for joining me tonight. Growing pains, we'll call it? I don't know. We fear change. Anyway, next week, or next Monday, we shall continue on our little tour. We're going to be going from San Jose, we'll see Sacramento, and then Chico as well. Our normal service resumes on Wednesday at 8 o'clock Zulu time, also on YouTube, and then Friday night is going to be our first night exclusively on Twitch. We'll check it out. We'll see how this works for a while. Give it time. It needs a little bit of time to cook right. The same with all the commands and the bot commands and all this kind of stuff as well. A work in progress, but I'll do more. We'll get it working. It'll do its thing. So thank you all so very, very much for joining me, guys. I'll see you over on Discord. I'll drop the link in there as well if you guys want to join in. Until the next time, take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. La 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 la.